Meaning, a college is saying you can apply to us and nobody else. That is a contract, believe it or not. And it's maybe the biggest contract your son or daughter will ever sign until they do a mortgage. Okay? Literally, they're making a contract that says, for the next 4 years, if you, Cornell, admit me, I have to go. I am required to go. I have to withdraw applications if I may have made them to other schools. If you say yes to me, I must say yes back. I will be there. Now, there's two ways out of that. Sometimes if there's an unexpected financial situation, a real reversal in somebody's financial fortunes, then the financial aid that Cornell would be offering might not come close enough, and you could get let out of that. The other is if you just take a year off, and then you just apply and do a gap year in between, then you could start again and try for a different college after all. But here's why early decision is an advantage. The colleges give you extra points by just applying 2 to 3 months early. Instead of a January 15th deadline, they want you November 15th or even November 1st. The colleges that do this like getting early applicants. They like it for a few reasons. They fill a large number of their seats. They fill their seats with people who are very eager. They're sort of like, they're dying for Davidson. They will go. They love it. And once they do get admitted early, they're wearing their Davidson gear into school. It's a marketing ploy that they get for a few, because you got these excited kids in December of senior year coming back with their caps and their swag and their water bottles that say the name of the school. So what the student gets is a 60, 70, 80, by some studies, 100-point admissions advantage by going early instead of regular. Meaning, if you needed to have 1320 to get in early decision, that same school in the regular pool might require a 1410. It is a huge difference, and therefore a big benefit for a kid who can decide 2 or 3 months in advance. It's a matter of the maturity to say, I am happy to be at that school, Pitt, for example, or Purdue, for example. I am happy to be there for the next 4 years. Williams, if you say yes, I will be there. I don't care if Harvard later said I could go. I'd love to be at Williams, or at least I'm content to be at Williams for 4 years. If you can do that, and you financially don't have to shop, then you should do early decision. Okay? Financially, early decision is not going to give you the kind of choice that regular decision. Regular decision, you probably get into a multitude of schools. Let's say you get into 4 colleges. Almost by definition, they'll have different sticker prices. And the possibility of negotiation exists. There are students who will go to a certain school that they got into if that school comes down in tuition to match or at least come close to some other school they got admitted to. Early decision, you don't have that option. You can't negotiate. They know you're dying for Dartmouth. They're not going to come down dramatically. They know you will. They will not steal, but borrow, beg to get the money to attend to your passionate number one school. So it's a very good thing if families don't have to shop financially, and if a kid can figure out early enough where he wants to be, then do it. Now, early action is it's not a contract. Early action are colleges that say yes to you in the November, December period, but you're not obligated to go to them. So they make you feel good. You're admitted early. It may not be your number one choice school. It might be a backup school, but you know you've got that school as a backup. And that's a nice thing, because then maybe in the regular decision round, you know you've got an early acceptance you're content with, and now you can just reach for the moon, okay? You can apply to schools that you only have a 2% chance of getting into. So 98% of the time they say no, but maybe the 2% comes through. Decision versus early action is a big difference. Early action versus regular is not that big. It's just that you hear early. You don't get a noticeable admissions advantage. All right, questions on that I can take now.